Alrighty, let's head over to our NFL draft prospect of the day. We got a quarterback from Florida. Drum roll, please. Y'all know his name, Kyle Trask. So we'll break down the stats, look at some highlights, and see how this man's looking. Should this man be the first quarterback taken? Should this man rival Trevor Lawrence as the number 1 overall pick in Jacksonville? No, of course not. But we'll see. Maybe number 2. Maybe he's better than Mac Jones and who's the running one from Ohio State, man? I don't know. Justin Fields. Is he better than him? Maybe. We'll see. Let's see what we get here. So here we go. Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida. He's 6'5", 240. I mean, that's a nice, solid quarterback right there. That's what we're talking about. Already 3 years in Florida. Freshman year, only played 3 games and only had 22 passing attempts. So you really can't count this game or that season. So 2019, his junior year, obviously the main starter. 66% completion percentage, absolutely fantastic. For college, we want you 65 to 70%. Completion percentage, so he's at 66. You can round it up to 67. It's 66.9, so we will say 67. 2,941 yards, already a little lackluster there in the yards department, but 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Yes, sir. What is that? 7, 14, 21. I mean, about a 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That's what we're looking for. Obviously, the more, the merrier. But a great kind of first year in 2019, and then in 2020, his senior season, 60. Oh, his completion percentage went up, 68.9, rounded up to 69. That's what we're talking about. So great there. 4,283 yards getting better. Touchdowns are at 43, so an increase in touchdowns and interceptions barely moved, folks. Went from 7 in 2019 to only 8 this year. So really, everything got better. Fantastic. Completion percentage, yards, touchdown to interception ratio all went up in 1 year. That is huge silver lining. That's a huge green flag if you wanted to draft Kyle Trask. But we want to see what he did in the bowl games. What were you doing in the bowl games? The games that mattered, the games that you had 3 weeks to prepare for, maybe even 4 months. You might have had a full month to prepare for that game. So there's really no excuses for you to lose in those bowl games. So let's see what Kyle Trask did in 2019 when he got to a bowl game. Alrighty, bowl game against Virginia in 2019. They get the win. Great job there. 61% completion percentage, 305 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Alrighty, not great, but he did come away with the win. And let's see kind of what happened in this win. Close win, game-winning drive. What do we got here? Oh, not game-winning drive. Kind of garbage touchdown drive there to make it look a little close to probably the official, the unofficial score of this kind of bowl game is kind of 36-21. So pretty good there by Trask. That interception, obviously not the greatest, but still did enough to get the job done. And that's what we're talking about, getting the wins. So, all right, great kind of 2019 season. Let's see if he did a little bit better in 2020. Let's see what he did here. 2020's bowl game. The 2020 season was clearly better than the 2019 season, so hopefully he won all of his bowl games. So here we go. All right, they went to 2. They got to the college football playoffs. All right, so the SEC championship against Alabama, they lose. Not great. 65% completion percentage, 408 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and y'all lose? Yikes. The defense gave up 52 points already. So I guess we won't blame this one too much. I mean, they put up 15 points in the fourth quarter, 14 points in the third quarter. So, I mean, solid scoring throughout the entire game. 17 points combined in the first half, 29 points combined in the second half. Just unfortunate. I mean, the defense gave up 17 points in the fourth quarter. So, alrighty, we would say this is a little bit of a competitive game here. Not going to put the blunt of the loss there on Kyle Trask, especially with this kind of stat line, especially in this game. 65% completion percentage, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, not turning the ball over. That's what we're talking about. Oh, and he also had a rushing touchdown. Give this man 4 touchdowns. Alrighty. So the man played good, just the defense couldn't hold it up, but they still get into the college football playoffs, which I was not a fan of, but they still get in anyway, and they did not win that game either against Oklahoma, and this is where Kyle Trask really kind of floundered here. 57% completion percentage, 158 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. That is absolutely atrocious. In a college football playoff game? Come on, gotta do way better than that. So that is a kind of a little bit of a big red flag there on Kyle Trask. Let's go back to this Alabama game because I kind of want to see how he compared to Mac Jones. I mean, they're both in the same draft this year, so if he kind of got outplayed offensively by Mac Jones, that's not going to be the greatest either. That could be another little red flag. So let's go back to this Florida-Alabama SEC championship game in 2020. Alrighty, here we go. Mac Jones, holy cow, 76% completion percentage against Kyle Trask. Yikes. 418 yards. So the yards were about the same. Completions and attempts were about the same. Mac Jones had 43 attempts. Kyle Trask had 40. So, I mean, 3 more attempts, and Mac Jones had a 11% better completion percentage. Yards are about the same. Touchdowns, he had 5 passing touchdowns and 1 interception, where we know Kyle Trask had the 3 passing touchdowns and the 1 rushing touchdown. Alrighty, so Mac Jones touchdowns all passing. So overall, Kyle Trask did play a little bit better than Mac Jones played a little bit better than Kyle Trask, but not too much. Defense of Alabama stepped up a little bit more. A little bit. Alrighty. So a little bit of a red flag here from Kyle Trask here in 2020, just on that kind of playoff game against Oklahoma, getting absolutely blown out and throwing 3 interceptions, not great at all. And then just kind of getting outperformed by your counterpart doesn't look that great either. So, alrighty. The season overall was great. The ending to the season for Kyle Trask, not the greatest. And we do like to kind of weigh bowl games heavy. So, alrighty, we will have to kind of take note of that. Not great in 2020 bowl game. Let's note that. If I can get my pens. Where are my pens at? Well, I don't even know where that pen went, so we will have to mark that later. We'll keep that in mind. Don't know where that pen went. Wild. Alrighty. Alright, so now we broke down the stats. Let's go into the tape. So we do have a 2020 highlight package from this man, seeing what this man can do. And then we also have the Cotton Bowl game against Oklahoma. Why did this man struggle so much? So we'll watch him on the offensive side of the football to kind of see where everything went wrong. So here we go. Let's see first Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida. Let's see what this man can do. Let's get hype on this man. Let's see what this man can do. Here we go. Roll the tape. First play on the goal line, play action pass, dumping it off to their great old tight end, Kyle Pitts, something like that. Pitts is his last name, and he's going to be real great in this league. Great pickup if you can get a tight end in this draft. Alrighty, second play going a little high over the middle. Decent throw there. Now back in the red zone. Just a 1-on-1 route. Easy side there. Another throw from the 5-yard line. And once again, a little tight here. This defender doesn't come back in to play the ball. Once again, Kyle Pitts right there to get it done. Absolutely fantastic. Alrighty. Wide open pass there. Not wide open, but decently open there. For like 10 yards, rolling out of the pocket, delivering a slant over the middle that's wide open, and this receiver takes it all the way. We are big fans of this man as well. I mean, we've watched a lot of kind of Florida players at their tight end position. We've also looked at this man. I remember this play. But Kyle Trask, I mean, kind of wide open on all these passes so far. Back of the end zone, this one's a perfect one right here. Nice 25-yard strike, high and away where only the receiver can get it. Yes, sir. All right, back to the 20-yard line, falling back. Puts it right on the money in the end zone. All righty. Another end zone shot here. Low and away for Kyle Pitts to go and get the ball. Fantastic work. A little bit better by the tight end there. Nice throw, completion on the sideline. Dropping back. Going a little deep, a little underthrown. We see Pitts having to kind of stop a little bit and come back. So let's count the yards on this one. Throwing it from the 20-yard line to the 40. So about, what is that, 40 yards? Nothing great there. Alrighty. So far, not seeing anything great by this man. Everything's kind of wide open, dump-offs real quick. Nothing truly impressive. No 50-yard bombs right on the money. No tightly contested throws so far. Here we go, back of the end zone. This one's very tightly contested. Probably shouldn't even been a catch. Possibly should have been a pick. But, I mean, this is what Pitts is doing. I mean, he's going up there and getting it now. What we do like about Kyle Trask right here on this throw is that he's trusting his receivers. He's trusting his big, tall weapons. But throwing this one in double coverage, this is a lucky touchdown or, a pick or a breakup in the end zone, which is not great. But that's what Pitts can bring to your team at the tight end position. Another just kind of on the goal line, wide open, right on the 1 yard line, just delivering the ball. Dropping back. All right, hitting a nice comeback route on the sideline for about 15 yards. Everything's not really deep here. All righty, a little bit of a jumping throw there. Once again, little wide open. Basically wide open. The receiver does the rest. Alrighty. On the red zone again. Rolling out, looking back left. Hits a wide open receiver with an extra receiver there to block. I mean, once again, Kyle Pitts, man. Freak. That man's great. Alrighty, here we go. This is a good throw right here. This is what we're talking about. Dropping back, seeing it, fitting it in that kind of little bit of a tighter zone as it's collapsing. So there we go. Let's count the yards on this one as well. Throwing it from the 30, getting it all the way down to the 40. So once again, like a 30-yard throw, light throw, but the accuracy, the position of the ball, that's fantastic. That's the best throw we've seen of this highlight package, so I'll give him that one. All right, speed option to the left. He keeps it. Let's see the speed. Okay, yeah, so he's definitely not a dual threat quarterback. I would put him probably a step under Ryan Tannehill. Nice throw on the sideline, but once again, a little bit too much inside, and this is just Pitts doing all the work here, jumping inside and making that defender fall so he can catch the ball inside, because that's very much thrown inside, and you got to throw that on the backside, back shoulder on the sideline. But back to his speed, nothing really great here. I want to kind of clock him at like Sam Darnold speed. Not great. Oh, my goodness. Look at this throw. Really thread the needle on in this one. Ooh, that's a great throw, man. That's a fantastic throw. I'll give him this one as well in the red zone for about a 20-yard strike. Yeah, I'll give him 20 yards on that throw. Back of the end zone. Yes, sir. That's a perfect pass right there. Another one in the end zone, just kind of an easy route. I mean, when you're throwing to a 6'7", a tight end, a big old beefy tight end on the 1 yard line, I mean, just throw it up in the slants, and that's what he's doing. Fantastic. Alrighty, here we go. Against Georgia. Is that Georgia? Nice little wheel route. Let's watch this one more time. And this is just a design play. Put it right on the money, so I'll give it to him. But this is all just running back. All running back and bad defense of not staying with the running back. Alrighty, back in the goal line here. They love this red zone for this man. Once again, throwing in the back of the end zone. Just getting it out of the outstretched hands of that defender. Back of the end zone touchdown. Against Texas A&M, going deep here. Alrighty, that's what we're talking about. Deep pass, throwing it from the 45-yard line, getting it all the way to the 40-yard pass there. Nice over-the-shoulder throw. Alrighty, another throw. Tight coverage here. Is that Pitts again? Because he's trusting this man. There he is, 84. Alrighty, so I don't know, man. If you don't have a good old catching tight end, I don't know if you can draft Kyle Trask, man. Good throw here, but once again, just kind of wide open. Little bit of a wheel route on this one as well. Defense can't keep up with it. All right, rifling it in there. Saw this. This was open. I mean, this is a good throw. I'll give him this one as well. Great positioning on that throw as the receiver is running into the kind of like three defenders, placing it right on the money. Alrighty. Rolling out, throwing back left. There we go. This is a ball too. Look at this one. Throwing it from the 10-yard line, from the middle of the hash, getting it all the way down to about the 50. 45-50 on the left side of the hash, so that's some great arm strength as well. Nice down the field throw on the opposite side of the field. Now we're starting to talk about some good accuracy here. Great ball right there. I mean, where this man places this ball, I mean, fantastic. Doesn't lead them too much into the safety. Still has them open. They get the touchdown. Alrighty, now we're starting to pick up some nice momentum. A flea flicker pass. Here we go. Let's count the yards on this one. Throwing it from about the 30-yard line, getting it all the way about to the 25, so about 50 yards. Throwing it from about the 25 to the 25. I'll give him 50 on this one. Alrighty, quarterback draw. Running up the middle. Ooh, did he just high step this man? Yes, sir. Felt he was going to get kind of brought down by a little bit of an ankle tackle, and he just kind of outsteps it. Look at that high step. Yes, sir. Alrighty, nice protection of the ball. Somebody comes out and tries to punch it out. That's a great attempt at a punch out, too. Just not great speed. I mean, this is not a dual threat quarterback. Just kind of he'll pick it up. Maybe Aaron Rodgers speed. Is that a little bit of a better comp there, Aaron Rodgers speed? So we'll kind of leave it at that for right now. Alrighty, Kyle Pitts, one-on-one coverage. I mean, throwing it exactly where it needs to be, so I'll give him that. Alrighty, another one from basically the red zone. Wide receiver does all the rest. A little bit of a comeback route, and then he just turns inside and goes for the rest of the yards for the touchdown. Another wide open pass here. Wide receiver picks up another 25 yards running. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, here we go. Tight throw here. Getting it in right before the defenders converge on the receiver. That's the ball we're talking about. Alrighty, throwing deep here. Great ball. Leading the wide receiver who's got an easy step on the defender. Fantastic. Once again, Pitts in the corner of the end zone. That's there all day. Alrighty, drafting back to pass, slinging. I mean, oh my goodness, this is the widest open I think I've ever seen. Alrighty, literally wide open. Alrighty, against Alabama. Yeah, I mean, just throwing it up for Pitts in the end zone. I mean, that's what Kyle Trask is doing on all these throws right here. And I don't want to knock him for it, but, you know, it is something to note and to consider. Another, this is a good one. All right, so the one positive we can take away is that he's giving your 50-50 balls. He's giving your receivers a chance at those 50-50 balls, and that's what we love, especially when you got dominant, tall, wide receivers or tight ends. Yes, take that matchup. I'm all about it. So he's placing the ball exactly where it needs to be on those throws. Wide open here over the middle of the field, just kind of dumps it off. Going down a little bit deeper here on the sideline. Alrighty. I think we've seen enough from this man. Let's we can go a little bit, kind of skip through. Wide open right here. Rolling out of the pocket. Settles down. Nice throw, but it's like 5 yards. Good throw there as it was closing down. High pointing the ball in the end zone. Another kind of 50-50 ball in the end zone. Rocketing all the way down the field there. That's a 50-50 ball. This isn't wide open. But once again, the receiver, tight end, whatever he is, he plays great kind of box out coverage here. So I got to say, I think I got to give a little bit more of credit to these wide receivers and these catchers than the passer. That's just what I'm seeing out here. Right. I mean, he's squeezing these balls in here right before the defense gets there. Now, that's always great. Don't get me wrong. Look at that one. Look at that ball. Just a lot of wide openness. Wide open, back of the end zone. Wide open there, Pitts. He's going to take it the rest of the way. Oh, my God, dude. This man's going to be so freaking great. Kyle Pitts. Woof. Wide open there. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Absolutely perfect throw. He can't finish. All right, and then we'll watch this one. This will be the last one. Over the middle of the field, end zone, back of the end zone, wide open. Alrighty. So now let's see what went wrong here so we got this Cotton Bowl against Oklahoma. We just told you in the stats that this did not go very well for him. 3 interceptions, no passing touchdowns. So let's skip around. Just watch this man play on offense, see what went wrong. Was nothing wide open, and that's why he couldn't score and only put up 20 points in this game. So here we go. We're about to get on offense here. Oh, we just started over? What is that? Alrighty, well, let's get back to this. Alrighty, first play of the game right here. Well, first highlight of the offense here of Florida. Trask dropping back to pass. Nice little kind of just an out route there. Put it right on the money. Fantastic. First down. Back to pass here, continuing the drive, going to the left side of the field, and this is what we're talking about here. This is just a pick, and he kind of looked decisive to where he went with this throw. I mean, they just ran the same play kind of on the right side of the field. I mean, it's just an out route with the tight end from the hash to the right end of the side to the sideline, and then they try to run the same thing on the left side. He anticipates the throw, and then it gets undercut, and this is going to be a pick six. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Like, I never saw anything great by this man, and this is definitely not great. I mean, you're throwing, out route passes to the left sideline on the far side, not expecting it to kind of get jumped and undercut. I mean, that's not open. What was that man thinking? So, not great there. Pick six to really open up the game. They're back on offense. Let's see what they can do here. All right, wide open middle of the field. They pick up the first down. Driving now. All right, he just floated it in there. Kind of in triple coverage, but it still got there. Throwing all the way back to the left here on a little bit of a fake. Defender almost plays it perfectly. Just kind of got sucked in a little too much here before the quarterback passes it. It is a completion, so we'll give it to him. Alrighty, so they're going to be keeping up this drive here. They run the ball. 2nd and 5. Give me a next pass. Here we go. Dropping back to pass from about the 33. Oof. Here we go. Let's watch this one more time. Kind of just put this one a little bit too much high on this one. And that's what we saw kind of in that highlight package. A lot of high throws, which we thought were good because you're kind of throwing it up high for your receivers. But, I mean, they're not going to catch it all the time. And if you start throwing high, you're going to keep throwing higher and higher. This time it's a little too high off the fingertips of the receiver, right in the hands of the defender. But Kyle Trask has some blame on this throw. When you have something open, you have to just put it right on the money. And we see this. I mean, this is open. This doesn't have to be high. There's no reason for this ball to be high. Zero reason for this ball to be high. It's high. Unfortunately, I mean, the tight end should have been caught. The receiver should have caught this ball. No, definitely. But still, at the same time, it was high. Didn't need to be high. He was wide open. And because he's so used to throwing high, we saw all the time in those highlights, he's throwing high when it doesn't need to be. And now these are just unnecessary turnovers that he's having. So, alrighty, man. I'm not really a believer in Kyle Trask right now, honestly. Let's watch one more kind of maybe drive. Let's see. But I'm kind of off on him. I mean, I just everything in this first couple of minutes is already kind of solidifying everything I thought this man would be. Alrighty, a little bit of is that a quarterback draw? No, little handoff by they've got a new quarterback in here? They put in a new quarterback here in this game. Oh, wow, look at this throw. Woo! That throw was a little bit better than Kyle Trask. They're going to put Trask back in the game here. Let's see if he shook off all these bad passes. There we go. There it is. A little bit of a wide open, but puts it right on the money. That's what we're talking about here. Driving now at the 25-yard line. Trask is not in the game right now, and he almost threw an interception. Backup quarterback almost threw an interception, so you got to get Trask back in there, and they do. Very next play, Trask is back in, steps up into the pocket, wide open throw, a little bit of a kind of a comeback route for the first down already. Now on the 11-yard line, they hand it off. Gets 2 yards. Let's see this man kind of capitalize here in the end zone. Now from the 10-yard line, empty backfield, Kyle Trask, 2nd and 8. Looking. Throws a pick in the end zone. What was he even going for here? He tried to look it off and thought, look at this. He's not even looking to the left side of the field. He thinks he has this wide open, predetermined route. I'm over this man. I'm done. Do not draft this man. This is the first prospect where I say do not draft him. I'm over this man. This man's Mitch Trubisky. He's Mitch Trubisky. There it is. That's the comp. That's what I've been trying to see. I was wondering what his play reminded me of, and it's Mitch Trubisky. It's high throws when they don't need to be. It's inaccurate, kind of just on the short end of the field when everything's wide open. It's turnovers in the red zone. It's turnovers when you're driving and building momentum. I'm done. Do not draft this man. I'm done. I don't need to see anymore. Kyle Trask is done. Alrighty, we're done. I'm completely over that. Wow, that was bad. So I'm definitely glad we looked at that bowl game, because that's why we judge bowl games heavy, folks. I mean, you're facing good defenses, and if you're not going to step up against the good teams in the most important games in your college career, you don't have to always win those games, but you have to be competitive and look good. That's why we kind of give him a little bit of a pass on that Alabama game, because he looked good compared to the winner of the game, Mac Jones. But now we see this Oklahoma game. I mean, wow, trash. Alrighty, man. I'm not liking Kyle Trask. I'll put it out there. I would not draft this man. I draft Mac Jones over him. I draft every other quarterback over that man. And I don't even like Justin Fields that much, and I think I still draft Justin Fields over Kyle Trask. All right.